Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, we're at Bald Rivers Fall in Cherokee National Forest, and we're coming out here today. They just redid this whole area. You can see behind me. It's a nice little sitting area now. The bridge going across the falls and the river are way wider. It's so much better. It's really nice just to come out here and hang out. Well, what we're gonna do is we're going to continue going into the National Forest, and we're going to jump on a trail. It's part of the Smokey Mountain 1000, but it's also part of the Trans-American Trail. And we're just going to do a loop here going through Cherokee National Forest to the south, and then come back up to the Cherahole Skyway. So we'll get some trail video and get some pictures, and you know, hopefully we got another good route for everybody to run. So we'll see you here in a little bit. Alright, well, we just left Bald Rivers Falls, and we're continuing to go into the Cherokee National Forest. We should hit a trail up here, a few miles. It's part of the Smokey Mountain 1000. It's also part of the Trans-American Trail. So we figured we're out here, we're just going to go ahead and run it really quick. It's about 20 miles, I think, altogether. The route that I did from Cherahole all the way through Bald Rivers Falls and then onto the trails and back up are about 30 miles total. So, yeah, there's the Baby Falls. Which, did you want to stop? So we're gonna see how this trail ends up panning out. Been on the Smokey Mountain 1000 a lot, just not this part of it. And we had been looking at doing the Trans-American Trail, at least the Tennessee portion and the Georgia portion of it. So it's a good little way just to check it out and see what it has to offer. So hopefully this will be a nice little loop for us. Probably won't take that long, but it'll always be something that we could come out here and do anytime we're out exploring Tellico Plains and in the area down here. If you've never been to Tellico Plains before, it is definitely a must-do. The Cherahole Skyway in the spring, even in the summer, and it's just beautiful. And in the fall with the leaves changing colors, you just can't beat that. But they have Indian Boundary Lake, which is, I think it's a little over a mile long, and they have a beach area. You can bring non-motorized water sport equipment, so we bring our inflatable kayak and we'll go kayaking here, and that's usually a pretty good time. And then in downtown Tellico Plains, it's pretty small. They have a little area that's got a couple bakeries, a coffee shop. If you're in the area, definitely go to the Ironworks. The burgers there are great. They usually have live music on the weekends and during the busier times of the year. And then there's also a Mexican restaurant that we've been to that we really enjoyed. I don't know the name of it, but it's not too far from the Ironworks. It's right down near downtown. So if you're down this way, exploring East Tennessee mountains down here in Cherokee National Forest, give that a try. You guys won't regret it. Okay, so we probably been driving for about 5 miles maybe past Bald Rivers Falls, and we came up on the merger with the Smokey Mountain 100 and now, or 1000, and now this is going to be our turn that's going to bring us up the mountain. So we're going to go ahead and start running through this. You know, it is a scout route on Trails Off-Road, this one section, and it's a 1 out of 10, so I would assume it's a lot like everything else in the Smokey Mountain 1000. Very easy driving, just really scenic is what I've been reading about this one particular section of it. And I'm not sure what it's called. I will go ahead and put that in the video. That way if you want to look it up on Trails Off-Road, you can, and you can upload it to Gaia. That way you can follow along when you're out here. You can navigate with it. So we'll see. Most of the stuff around here for the Smokey Mountain 1000 is pretty stock friendly. There was probably one area, we went up to Salt Springs Mountain one time, and that was probably a little bit harder. It wasn't bad, but a lot of rocks. So I would recommend airing down and disconnecting sway bars just for a little bit easier ride. But as you can see, this is not bad at all. So it looks like it's a good opportunity just to get off grid and enjoy some nice company with the lady. Bring your pups, bring some food, and enjoy the scenery. So that's what we're gonna do. In right there. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Do you think
it's closed down there? So,
right here.
Yeah, right there's good. To get a little bit of some sun.
Yeah. And I think this is about the top. If you look.
Yeah. It's funny to see how many feet we go. When we went to 12,000, it's only 2,500. What? You want to get out? Huh? Everybody's gonna get out.
I'm not gonna go too far. I just need to get off the trail just in case somebody decides to come up here. Let me see. How far? All right. Hey guys, we're about 5 miles into the trail here, and we found this nice area right up on top of the ridge. Beautiful views. So you can see the ridge line in the back on the west side, southwest side, and then you can see over on the north and east side more of the ridge line. So we decided to stop up here, get a snack. We also let the dogs out. You can see Jennifer's putting the dogs back in. But let me show you where we came up and what we got going on here. So We came up from here. It's a pretty mellow climb on the way up. There's really nothing difficult about it at all. It's a nice drive though. You got a bunch of scenery. You can see all the ridge lines in the background from the Smoky Mountains and everything. And this is actually a pretty cool area because right over here there's a gate and you can pull up there and it's a walking trail. So, and there's also one on the other side too. We decided to park over here. It was a little bit bigger area and a little bit easier for us to manage with the dogs, but you can see the gate there in the background, and that trail goes up a little bit higher to the crest of this ridge line here. So beautiful scenery all around. We're looking forward to continuing on the trail, which we will be going that way, and we'll be making our way west until we link back up at the intersection of the road to Bald River Falls right by the ranger station. So we'll see how it goes. We had an amazing lunch on top of one of the ridge lines that we had chosen, and we really were enjoying the weather. We let the dogs out to let them run, and we just enjoyed the beautiful weather. And as we departed our lunch spot, we were really blown away by the views that were offered as we were descending down that ridge line. The weather was perfect and the trail was not crowded, so it made for a very enjoyable trail ride. As we continued down the mountain, we came across numerous switchbacks with incredible views. And further along the trail, we had several other decent climbs, which led us to more ridge lines that offered some spectacular views of the rest of the Smoky Mountains. It was truly an amazing sight, and I can't wait to come back next year in the spring or in the fall when the colors are popping on the mountains. That must be an amazing sight. The entire route took us along the historic Cherahole Skyway just outside of Tellico Plains, Tennessee. We turned right onto River Road, which took us to Bald River Falls. They had recently done renovations on the site at the falls and added some viewing areas and some areas for pedestrians to walk across the bridge to get to either side of the falls. The renovations that they did at the site was unbelievably incredible. It allowed you to be able to sit, watch the falls, walk back and forth from each side of the river without having to worry about oncoming traffic like you used to do. So it was an incredible new renovation, and we enjoyed our time there, and we probably stayed there a good 30 minutes at least, just enjoying the sights and letting the dogs wander. From there we continued down River Road until we hit the intersection of Bald River Road, and we started heading west. This is the section of our route that is actually on the road, so you can get an idea of what that route looks like and some of the reviews of that route on Trails Off-Road. Once we finished this section, we took a right onto Wildcat Road. Wildcat Road is a very scenic route that takes you back up to the Cherahole Skyway. And that concluded our route for the day. The route itself is approximately 30 miles long from the time you get onto the Cherahole Skyway until the time you get back to the Cherahole Skyway. I would recommend at least 3.5, if not 4 hours to get through this total route, especially if you're wanting to stop and explore and go hiking. Alright, so we're on our last couple switchbacks here before we get to the ranger station. It's been a really good drive. Been in two-wheel drive the whole time. Haven't used four-wheel drive at all. I'm not aired down. I didn't disconnect my sway bars, none of that. And it wasn't bad. There was a couple sections back there that were a little bumpy, as you can tell from the video, but it's still not bad. It's just bumpy. It's not difficult at all. So, you know, overall, really good ride today, just to get out, kind of break the cabin fever now that the cold weather and everything's finally hit East Tennessee. So in a week we're going to be in Palm Coast, Florida for New Year's. So we plan on riding Tiger Bay State Park or State Forest. We're also going to probably do the route on Daytona Beach that they use for Jeep Beach, and we're going to also do Old Dixie Highway. So Old Dixie Highway, I will have a video up on that once we get back and everything, and I can get it all situated. So that should be a good time. But this was good. I'll include the GPX file in the comments. That way, if you want to upload it into Gaia or whatever navigation platform you use, you can, and the route will be there, because I did add a portion, which is the portion that we're currently finishing up on right now. That's not on Onyx Off-Road or Trails Off-Road. So that will be in there. And if you do the whole thing, we probably went through it. It's a loop in about 2 hours, maybe a little bit more with our stop for lunch. So there's a lot of things that you can see and do along the way. So if you plan on doing any of those things, then I would plan for probably 3.5 or 4 hours to get through it. So it's really an afternoon ride. And depending on where you're coming from, like we're coming from just outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. So it's about 1 hour and 20 minutes to get down here. So for us, it'll be a 6-hour day today. And we didn't really stop to see anything. We just stopped for lunch, wanted to just check out the trail. So we just kind of kept driving, listening to Christmas music, and didn't really stop to explore much. So so just playing for that. And we're just about out here. We're gonna pop out right by the trailhead where the ranger station is for Cherokee National Forest and Bald River Falls section of it. And you can see the river below. It's really cool. That's a Cherahullah Skyway down there. So that's also a good ride if you've never done the Cherahullah Skyway. Just actually riding the Cherahullah the whole way. But yep, and we are complete with this ride for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, we will see you on the trails.